Yes, honey. Black Pearl here. Welcome to the Black Pearl Experience. And go check out my tarot channel, which is just simply just readings, okay? For those of you who just want to get those messages, that is She Who Rides the Owl, okay? This channel is featuring tools for your spiritual toolbox. Look, go get your wine, honey, okay? I just unveiled another deck with my wine, and we're gonna continue this party. This deck does feature nudity. I'm gonna be unveiling the erotic tarot, okay? It's not necessarily new, but I want to bring your attention to it because I'm going to be doing several body party readings coming up. So look to She Who Rides the Owl to get some snippets of those readings. If you want the full readings, you're gonna have to go to my Patreon, okay, which is the Black Pearl Experience. This one is so good. So this is intimate intuition. This deck is for intimate intuition here. Look, check this out. Some of these photos are going to be inappropriate, so I will block out certain items because, hey, we are still on YouTube, okay, folks? So I can't show but too much. All right, so let's get started. By the way, this deck is illustrated by Sophie Berkin. Again, my apologies if there has been any mispronunciations. I love this book. Yes, this book is sexy. Again, I love, what we see here with the wrapping. I love the matte finish, okay? But I'm going to give you my full thoughts at the end. Let's hurry up and go through this deck. And again, if you see some blocked out photos, that is because there's a lot of nudity, okay? Okay, let's take a closer look at this deck. I'm going to show this one because this one's not that bad. This is called The Fool, okay? I feel like it's a man full of regrets here. It makes me think about several movies, but I'll probably speak about those in my readings, okay? I feel a good reading coming up. All right, so make sure you subscribe to my other channel, which is She Who Rides the Owl. So we got the Fool. We got the Magician. So cool. We got the High Priestess, though. Yes, though. She's checking herself out. Okay, some nudity with the Empress, so you might see some things blocked out. Got the Empress. Oh, yes. We got the Emperor. We got the High Priest. We got the Lovers. The Lovers. We got the Chariot. This deck is fire. This deck is fire. We got the Justice. Yes. We have the Hermit. We have the Wheel of Fortune. The Strength. We have the Hanged One. Death. Temperance. We have the Devil. The Tower. So I'm going to move the other cards out the way so you guys can just focus on the card that I'm speaking of. We have the Star. I'm really loving this card. We have the Moon. The Sun. The Awakening. Ooh. We have the World. We have the Ace of Candles. We have the Two of Candles. We have the Three of Candles. Very simple here. We have the Four of Candles. So I'm not really liking the minor arcana. Okay, this would be a little bit of trouble for a beginner. We have the Five of Candles. We have the 6 of candles. We have the 7 of candles. We have the 8 of candles. We have the 9 of candles. We have the 10 of candles. Then we have the page of candles. What is going on out there? All right. We have the Knight of Candles. She's a rider. We have the Queen of Candles. I feel like looks kind of like Rihanna. We have the King of Candles. The Ace of Roses. Now, with the roses, you know, according to the book here, they represent the coins, okay, for this particular tarot deck. Okay, it's about money matters, sorry, rather. We have material interest, possessions, business, labor, you know, the typical things that pentacles represent. So let's go through the Ace of Roses. And I think they're going to keep it simple here. So the Minor Arcana is not necessarily my favorite here in this deck. Not really loving that. Wish you could have done a little bit more with the Minor Arcana. I don't like the Minor Arcana to be skipped. 2 of Roses. 3 of Roses. 4 of Roses. 5 of Roses. 6 of Roses. 7 of Roses. 8 of Roses. 9 of Roses. 10 of Roses. Oh Lord, this right here is hilarious. I love the character of these cards. I'm gonna stop and say that. I do. But I would like to, with the Minor Arcana, to see just a little bit more when it comes to, you know, going through, you know, the other numbers, okay? But we have the Page of Roses here. This is hilarious. She rocking a dildo. We got the Knight of Roses, which is just like a dream come true. Queen of Roses. If you guys see a little bit of, like again, if you see a little bit of it blurred out, that is because this is YouTube and I can only show but so much. I don't know the purpose of her leg, her mechanical leg. Maybe she's like half robot. I have no idea. Spirit will probably speak to me as we're doing readings. But we have the King of Roses. We have the Ace of Feathers. And let's talk about that. So we have the Ace of Feathers. Now the feathers represents the swords, right? Because, you know, swords kind of remind me, you know, birds represent the swords for me, you know, and intuitively as a reader. So this is usually about worry, trouble, and strife. According to this tarot deck, it's about truth, fairness, objectivity, and boundaries. So let's go through the Ace of Feathers. We have the 2 of Feathers. We have the 3 of Feathers. 4 of Feathers. 5 of Feathers. 6 of Feathers. 7 of Feathers. 8 of Feathers, 9 of Feathers, 10 of Feathers. Once again, I wish it was just a little bit more with the Minor Arcana. We have the Page of Feathers. We have the Knight of Feathers, Queen of Feathers. We have the King of Feathers. We have the Ace of Shells. And I mean, I don't know about you, but this reminds me of something wicked. So the shells represent water, love, friendship, family, heartfelt involvements, according to this tarot deck. Imagination, intuition, spirituality, and desire for fulfillment. So let's go through the Ace of Shells, shall we? 2 of Shells, 3 of Shells, 4 of Shells, 5 of Shells, 6 of Shells, 7 of Shells, 8 of Shells, 9 of Shells, 10 of Shells, Page of Shells, Knight of Shells, Queen of Shells, and the King of Shells. Okay, so now for my closing remarks. Okay, let me get a sip of wine. My closing remarks for this deck, the Erotic Tarot. This will come in very handy with our body parties. So like, come join me there. If you want the full readings and you don't want me to, you know, cut out any information, you need to join my Patreon, okay? And trust me, guys, I don't do this to get paid, okay? Trust me, it's not enough for me. But I do this to help and guide. Hopefully, I can help and guide some of you, okay? Listen, and I feel it's my calling, so I'm gonna say this. This deck is supposed to be intimate intuition. There is not much the imagination. The deck had some of its funny moments. I will be using it though, because it had, like I said, it had some of its funny moments. But the remainder of the deck, like a lot of the minor arcana, I was not pleased with. So, but you know, shout out to Sophia Berkin. I want to say Birkin bag. But, you know, I mean, shout out. But I love the deck, love the idea. I just wasn't feeling the minor arcana. So if you are to do a remix of this deck, you know, coming from a user of your deck, Sophia, I would definitely include more in the minor arcana. Okay, this deck is not going to be recommended for my beginner tarot readers or those who are just interested in, you know, learning more about tarot or getting into reading for themselves. If you know, Spirit has guided you to do that. I don't feel like this would be for you. I feel like you need to learn the original decks first, so, you know, such as the Rider-Waite, before you get into decks like this. So this is not going to be recommended. No, no, no. I'm going to put my stamp. Not recommended for beginners. Okay, this is going to be recommended for my overachievers. I want to take it to the next level. Okay. All right. Thank you for joining me, and make sure you hit that like and subscribe button if you would like to hear more of my opinions. And if you have any tools, I mean, I don't care what it is, candles, whatever products that you want me to feature or talk about on this channel, please reach out to shewhoridestheowl@gmail.com for business inquiries. All right. Thank you. Bye.